Standard light, IFF, and private messaging orbs. This update brings a couple of important tactical considerations into play. First of all, you can see which orcs a person has by examining him or her with a targeting orb, which has been upgraded a few times. I'll give you targeting on a suitable upgrade level so you can try it out on me. I'm right up here in the observation room. Active orcs will be highlighted in green, inactive ones will be white. When you've tried it out, pick up the org upgrade on the table.
Okay, let's try this. How do I get those logs? Take that. Trying to get me the targeting log.
Now, use this canister to upgrade your light augmentation. Then activate it to watch how it fails to drain away any of your bioenergy. If you plan to spend a lot of time sneaking around vent shafts and sewer tunnels, you may want to seriously consider upgrading the light orb, so you don't spend too much energy just to see where you're going.
That is another
It's up to you, of course.
one
There are
right
many
there.
other ways to put an upgrade canister to good use.
Where do I upgrade my eyes, though? Here we go. Okay.
Great. Finally, there's an important change to the way standard augmentation canisters can be used. If you already have an augmentation that you've just picked up, you can use the new augmentation to upgrade the one you've already installed. Pick up the two canisters in the container and use the medbot to install one of them and then upgrade it to level 2.
That's good. That way if you find the same upgrade, it won't be worthless. No, I need the medbots to do this. See, now I can install that, and then I can install that on a higher level. Let me see, combat strength. I'm going to go with combat strength. I'm going to be beating suckers over the head.
I think you're ready to move on to the last room.
I plan to do a lot of stealth in this game.
When you encounter an augmented enemy, a great way to turn the table on him is to zap him with a couple of EMP grenades. That way, his orcs will be completely useless, and it'll be much easier to take him out. Unless, of course, he has an EMP shield. Then you just have to do it the hard way. And some may, of course, carry biocells around, in which case you'll have to zap them again.
Yeah, the enemies are not as easily here.
This is the last room. Before we end, there's one more thing I'd like to explain. Hopefully, you'll recall how DD, Cashew, and I are invulnerable. That's because we're moderators. Anybody else can be killed, but you're ill advised to do so without good reason. Now you're welcome to examine these holographic representations of some of the factions you'll encounter in Forum City before you leave the server and enter Forum City proper. I'll speak to you soon, I hope.
Let's look at some of our friends. In this hallway, I will learn all about the enemies and citizens of Forum City. Let's go do that. Firewall unit. Don't mess with him.
PDX faction is the administrative body of Forum City, based exclusively on volunteer work by certain selected individuals. The leader of PDX and administrator of Forum
Sensitive
City
to EMP damage, though.
who has never appeared in public. PDX employs a system of digital automatons known as firewalls to enforce peace in the city in times of crisis.
That's that faction.
Firewalls are sensitive to EMP damage.
Who is this despot guy? Who are these folks?
Security Guard. Faction WorldCorp. Both with regard to number of employees and annual profits, WorldCorp has become the largest corporation in Forum City during the past 2 years. Originally specialized in biomechanics and nanoengineering, WorldCorp has branched out into nearly every conceivable area of business in Forum City. The corporation is owned and run entirely by Skara,
think that's an actual forum.
Make up 70% of the private sector of the city.
I think that the big names in this game are actually named after forum participators. Ooh, did I find something? Nope. Right there. Wasn't Bob Page back here? Yeah.
What were you expecting, Jaime Reyes? Yes, you remember the secret door. Big deal. Now wipe that smug look off your face and get on with it, Trescon.
Yeah, don't get any credit for finding that. Remember Jaime tells you how great you are because you found that in training part of Deus Ex? Well, you don't get that here. And that's what I meant where I said that you've got to know the original Deus Ex pretty good to get the humor in this one.
Llama worshipper, faction, the Llama cult.
Llamas and
The Llama
goats.
religion is dedicated to the worship of the Llama god Lamar. The Llama cult is at war with the opposing goat cult, and their temple is prominently located in the central district of Forum City. The high priest of the Llama cult is Beefman. The temple of the Llama cult contains a number of blank tablets, the inscriptions on which the Llama worshippers believe will reveal themselves to a prophesied individual chosen by their god.
Yeah, so forums sometimes have cliques that evolve really, really strongly, and this game kind of makes fun of that phenomenon. We have goats and llamas here, and they're kind of they kind of have religious connotation. And if you've been in a forum that isn't necessarily goats and llamas, but you might have cliques between the people who liked Deus Ex 1 better than Deus Ex, the PS2 version or something. The guys who made this mod really identified that humor, and it's really good because of it.
Goat worshipper, faction, the goat cult. The goat religion is dedicated to the worship of the goat god Boone. Their prophet is now a deceased goat, Gerald, whom they believe to be the manifestation of their god. The goat cult is at war with the opposing Llama cult, but they have somehow managed to keep their temple concealed from all others.
Okay. We'll have to find that temple now, won't we? Who might this be? Oh, this looks like the forum newbie. See how he's dressed kind of stupid?
Faction. General populace. The board guests are generally subject to much ridicule from more experienced citizens.
Yeah, they should be.
Towards immature behavior.
Notice how the board guests have less clothing, less decoration on them. They don't look as sophisticated as the guys who've been there for a while, like Trescon. And so yeah, they get a lot of harassment. So we will see a lot of these guys. And who are these dudes?
The Renegade Master, Faction DXO. The DXO terrorists started as a political party.
One of the suspects in the disappearance of this guy I'm supposed to look for.
Themselves cite their persistent failure to gain influence in the non-democratic government of Forum City as the reason for their eventual transformation into a terrorist group. The current location of DXO is unknown.
Maybe we'll find this guy and kill him. Or join him. Did I miss anybody? No, I don't think I did. Ready to go. Off-topic productions. Let's load a game. We already went through the introduction. Let's load our saved game. Here we are. I'm going to end this play session right here after giving you the great big 10,000 foot altitude introduction. I hope that this has whetted your appetite for this mod. This is just a great mod. I love this mod. It's the Nameless Mod for Deus Ex. It's true in every way you can imagine to the gameplay of the original Deus Ex, but with some enhancements. And is clever and funny. you know, the whole parody of internet forum life is just really well done. And I think I'm going to be able to show you that as I go through the game. So I'm going to take a break here, and I'm going to stop the session, and I'll pick up next session. I'm going to meet my contact here. I'm going to start on my mission. So once again, everybody, thanks for watching, and leave feedback.